Okay, so in chapter 6, we looked at addition with two places. This one, we're looking at taking three numbers and doing it with three places. So let's get into it. 2 plus 3 plus 4. So in method 1, we can split the numbers up and just do 2 add 3, which is 5. Then we can take our 5 and add it to 4, which gives us an answer of 9. Or method 2, which I prefer, we can write it in one column. If we write this in one column, then we can keep track of all the numbers. So we know that's the units, and then if we write another one, we know this is the tens. So when we do that, we can just write the draw the line to write the answer. So 2 add 3 is 5, and 5 add 4 is 9. Okay. So we've then still got the same answer, but we've just got two different methods. Third method, if you're good at mental math, so doing it in your head, you can just do 2 add 3. In my head is 5, add 4 is 9. Now, the tricky one with doing method 3 is that if the numbers get bigger and we can't do them in our head as easily, that's where mistakes can come in. So we have to be careful to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. Okay, so let's look at question 2. Now, we can't obviously do that one in our head, so it's going to either be method 1 or method 2. But the process is still the same. So 8 plus 3 is 11. So we put our 11 here. Our 1 goes at the bottom and 1 goes on top. And that gives us an answer of 21. So 21 then moves over into the next box. And we do 21 add 25, which in my head is 1 add 5 is 6. 2 add 2 is 4. 46. Or we can do method 2. 8 plus 3 is 11. We draw the 1 across. We've got 1. Add 1 is 2. 21 and 25. And we can see how, what I was talking about, how this is kept separate. So we know what numbers, are where. Whereas if we're using method 2, if we're using this method here, we can see that we could get confused with where the digits go. And then method 3, 3 add 5 is 8. 8 add 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 add 2 add 1 is 4. So we need to make sure we pay attention on the carrying over. We need to not forget to draw these numbers, not be lazy and not draw or write down that extra number. So let's look at 26 plus 18 plus 16. So remember, we always estimate. These numbers are 20, 10, and 10. So our answer should be larger than 40. So we've got method 1, 26 add 18 is 44. 44 add 16 is 60. That is bigger than our estimate. Method 2 and method 3. Okay. For every 20 in the units, you carry over 2. So this is where it's really important to carry over those remainders. If we've got 20, we're not just carrying one remainder over, we're carrying 2. So 20 is 2 lots of 10. Excellent. So it's up to you on which method you prefer. I prefer method 2 because then that way you can see where you go wrong. Method 3 sometimes can be tricky to see where you go wrong, and method 1 sometimes a bit confusing. So I always like method 2. When we use method 3, though, we can first add up 2 digits, which make 10. It'll make it easier to calculate. So look at this question, 19, 45, and 31. So what we do is we do 1 add 9 first, because that makes 10. And then we add the 5. Instead of doing 9 add 5, which is harder, and then adding 1. So 9 add 1 is 10. Add these digits up. And then we know we just drop the 5 down. And then we can just add up our tens. Again, same for 23, add 19, add 57. I'm going to do 3, add 7, because that's 10, which will give me a number of 9. And then I just add up the tens places. Okay, and last one then, we've got 36 plus 38 plus 12. So I do 2 plus 8, because that's 10, which gives me an answer of 16. And then I add it to my tens, which gives me an answer of 86. Okay, so let's look at some word-based problems. So remember, whenever we're doing word-based problems, we need to highlight the key numbers. A restaurant sold 17 breakfast A and 28 breakfast B and 35. So 17, 28, and 35. How many did their results? Did the restaurants sell altogether? So altogether is a plus word. So we're going to write 17 plus 35 plus 28. Okay, and we can then work that out. We know that it should be 10, 20, 30. Add those together, that's 60. So the number, our answer should be larger than 60. So if we add these together, 7 plus 8 plus 5. So we know 7 and 8 make 15. 15 add 5 is 20. So the answer is 80, and that's larger than our estimate, so we are correct. Barry buys 18 onion rings, Kitty buys another 18 onion rings, and Leo buys another 18. So how many do they buy altogether? So it's 18 plus 18 plus 18. Okay, so 8 plus 8 is 16, plus another 8 is 24. So we draw a 2 on here, 4 goes here, and then 3 add 2 is 5. So our answer is 54. So we got that. Fish burger set cost $24. How much do 3 written as a word fish burgers sets cost? So we need to do 24 add 24 add 24. 24 add 24 add 24. 4, 8, 12. So we draw our 1 on top of here. 2 goes at the bottom from our 12. 2, 4, 6. Add our 1, which we would have imaginary on top. And we get an answer of 72. A fish set burger costs $72. Okay, so I think this is going to be... Okay, so there are 33 yellow cups in a cupboard, and there are 25 green cups than yellow, and 17 more blue cups and green cups. So how many blue cups are there? So we can see that we've got this 33 here. There are then 25 more than the original 33, and this one is 17 more than the 25 more than the 33. So we need to add 33, 25, and 17 to work out how many blue cups are there. 33 add 25 add 17. So remember that trick from before? 3 add 7 is 10, add 5 is 15. So our 5 goes there and 1 goes up there. 3 plus 2 is 5, add 1 is 6. Don't forget our carryover, which is 1, that's 7. So the answer is 75. There are 75 blue cups. Okay, then. So this what we'll do is the last questions. Every kid's meal comes with a gift. The following gifts are given out today: handkerchief, 29, pencil, 24, and a razor, 37. How many gifts were given out today? So it's 29 plus 24 plus 37. Now, if we do 4 add 9, we get 13. So when we add 7, that gives us a nice whole number of 20. 20, so we put our 2 on top. 2, 4, 6. Add our 3. 6 add 3 is 9. So then it's 90. 90 gifts were given out today. How many stationary items are given out? So these are all the gifts, but which ones of these are stationary? Stationary are the things which you find on your desk. Handkerchief is something which you blow your nose with. So we're just doing 24 add 37. 4 add 7 is 11. Carry the 1 over. 1 add 2 is 3. 3 add 3 is 6. So our answer is 6 and 1, 61. Okay, so this is it for chapter 7. Hopefully this has been a good explanation. If you get confused at any point, just go back and watch the video.